It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see DJ Moore. He's coming off a stellar day, scoring twice and adding a bunch of yards as well. It's the Jets and the Chargers on Monday Night Prime Time.
We have a cold night in the Northeast. A bad evening to be without a parka, but we are set for football at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. But tonight, it's a good Week 9 matchup here on a Monday night, as it'll be the LA Chargers taking on the New York Jets. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Jets ball club. They were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Chargers, they come in on a good run, winners of 5 of their last 7. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And no run back here, so they'll bring it out to the 25. So here's the Charger offense making their way out. Well, they're brought out by a former #1 overall pick, coming off one of his best seasons ever in year 7 of his career, now in year 8, Jared Goff.
And you and I both know that any win is a good win, and that's what they did last week. But there's also plenty for him to work on in his game, wasn't there?
Yeah.
2 touchdowns, an interception. Yeah, you know, he wants to increase that a little bit in terms of ratio. But first and foremost, they did win the game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Brandon Ayuk, the one he was looking for. But it's going to be second down. When you talk about this Jets defense, in that win last week over the Giants, they were very good.
And the big difference in the game, their ability to force turnovers. Multiple, in fact. Being able to take the ball away and give it back to their offense, the big difference in the game.
It was impressive. Now the question, can they duplicate it? Throwing on third, Goff. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They'll run for the first time here with Kyron Williams. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. 2 yards to go, second down. Here's Goff. That's caught by the tight end, Irv Smith Jr. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
A gain of 9 yards, and the Chargers first down.
Cook up the gut.
Holding offense.
That flag accepted, and it backs the offense up a little bit. Goff. That's to the rookie, Marvin Mims. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Marvin Mims, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Chargers put the night's first points on the board as they take the early lead. Well, they spoke about the importance of getting off to a good start, and they're on their first drive, Charles, into the end zone for the touchdown.
And what an advantage for them. They're already clicking 1 drive in, didn't need to wait to get up to full speed. We had heard about the extra time they put in with each other, trying to learn each other's skills, what they like, the whole deal, and it paid off early in this one. I would expect them to keep firing on the next drive and keep that connection going.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. Now Jamal Agnew from his end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. So now here comes the Jet offense as they get ready to take over. They're brought out by a fellow Tennessee alum, CD, taken in the third round. It's the rookie Hendon Hooker.
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Now a first carry here for Robinson. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. The stop for no gain brings up 2nd and 10 from the 20. Again, it's Robinson. And once again, not much running room, if any at all. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. 2 runs for a net gain of nothing. Now here's 3rd and 10. Hooker. And this is going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. And take it right on the 30. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. The Chargers get set to go here for their 2nd drive. And Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November, but they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs. So they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Back to throw. Goff. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have the Chargers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive and comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
A really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw. When they went through 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations, ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. On 2nd down, Cook. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Charger first. The defense was dialed into the pass. They overlooked the draw play.
And how often do we talk about the oldies are still goodies? Because that draw play comes straight from Coach Paul Brown's playbook, going all the way back to the original Cleveland Browns.
So step off the 5 yards.
Yeah, partner, you know, defensive end, he wants to get into the offensive backfield. He wants that get off to be as fast as possible. A little too quick on that one.
From the gun, here's Goff. Able to hook up with Williams here on the out route. It goes as a gain of 8 that moves the chains. Off play action. Here's Goff. Complete. Smith has it. And able to get this down inside the 15, either the 13 or 14 before he's out of bounds. 2nd and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Goff. That's over the middle and caught by Ayuk. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. To the air again. Goff. He's got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Chargers. Daniel Bellinger, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Another impressive drive. So they're 2 for 2, 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal levels.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead now stands at 13. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. Back onto the field come the New York Jets for their second drive. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. They begin the drive with Robinson. And he is brought down at the 22 after a gain of 2, and it brings up second down. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a Jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8. They'll run again here with Robinson. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a third and about 4 more for a first. Here's Hooker. And that is incomplete.
That looks like it's going to be 2 empty possessions now to start this football game. I think they're going to have to sit down and talk about what worked for them last week in their win. Sometimes you over-game plan, overthink things. Get back to what works.
Pulled in at the 24. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Chargers offense gets set. They head back onto the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
And he'll be tackled at the 45 following a gain of just 2. 3rd and 2. A shotgun snap for Goff. That is caught. And he is going to have the Chargers first down. And he's going to have it by plenty. Able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 2. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down. Almost back to the drawing board.
False start.
A false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Cook following the penalty. And he'll take it across midfield down into Jet territory. The numbers a week ago for Cook. 15 carries, 72 yards.
They put a lot of effort into game playing and establishing this ground game last week, and the reward was a nice day rushing the ball. Helped them put a balanced offense out on the field. And that carry is an indicator that this ground game wants to be established again this week.
Short throw to Smith. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9. To throw is Goff. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 29-yard line. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. Charger football to start quarter number 2 as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Back to the ground, Cook. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
That's a strong pickup right there on 1st down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
And the reinforcement reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, and now they go from 2nd and 2 to a tough 3rd and 4. Now it's gone. Setting up the screen for Cook. And he's brought down short. 2 yards there, needed 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
And his kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So 3 points there, and they continue to build this first half lead.
Yeah, every little bit helps. And the more that you can put together drives and start controlling the tempo, controlling possession, finishing with points, the better off you're going to be.
This fielded right at the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. And New York set to take the field. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Oh, here's a fake on the jet sweep and a give to Robinson. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Robinson with another carry. And he's going to get back to the original line of scrimmage, but that's about it. The second down play not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. 3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. That's caught by the big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the counter, this is Robinson. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. From the 41, here's a 2nd and 8. Hooker's going to throw it. Oh, he had a man open. He overshot him. It's incomplete.
That was a chance for the breakthrough. He's got a man running free, and you've got to be able to put that on him. But instead, led him too far, incomplete.
Checks this one down to Robinson. He's brought down after a pickup of 5, but he needed 8. 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Chargers will be backed up deep to begin their drive as they take over 1st and 10. Here's Cook as they begin on the ground. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3. And it's 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
Goff's throw going into the hands of Williams. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now a 1st down carry. It's Williams. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the 1st down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
Now Goff on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Cook. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. So nothing doing there. And that's going to bring up second down. Goff now looks to throw. Short throw to Smith. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. So in Jet territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. Now Goff. Looking for London on the out route complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So the false start will back them up 5.
False start.
The false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Getting the ball is Cook running left. Dances by him. Touchdown, LA! James Cook, his first rushing touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to add on to their first half lead. Well, they've done a pretty good job keeping him in check to that point, but he finally breaks off a nice run here and gets into the end zone.
And it just takes one, doesn't it, partner? That can undo a lot of good work that a defense has done to that point. You break off one right there, and everything suddenly looks bad for you.
Now Moody for the PAT. He missed one earlier, remember, but this time he gets it to go. So this drive spans 7 plays. And it was James Cook capping all of that off with a touchdown run. And he won't quite make it to the 25. Now the Jets offense about set to take over as they head onto the field. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores. And I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse that this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. The Jets on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Hooker. That pass complete to Moore. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. That'll go for a gain of 7. And it'll be 4th down. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Now the veteran Thomas Morstead on to punt it away. Fielded just inside the 20. That'll go as a 46-yard punt with a return of 7. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. James Cook running back out now. It may just be the 2nd quarter, but he's in his zone well on his way to eclipsing that 100-yard mark.
And when a back has a game, as we're witnessing right now, his name's going to be in the books, but it's really a collective deal, isn't it? Because that means he's getting plenty of blocking, a lot of help from his teammates, but he's making the most of it.
Yeah, he's made the most of it to this point. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Here's Goff. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down. So hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. So instead of giving them another 3rd down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Jets will take over. New York's offense back out there and set to go. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Sauce Gardner picks it off, and this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So the first interception of his career under center, and you knew it was going to happen sooner or later.
It has to. And I know he feels like the world is just tumbling down at this moment, but there's got to be some veteran somewhere, some mentor that's going to tell him, hang in there, my man. Plenty more to come. Keep firing.
James Cook running back out now. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
And he doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. So the completion good for 7 there, and it'll be second down. Here's Goff. And ball caught, Brandon Ayuk. The Chargers going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Touchdown, Chargers. Drake London, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Chargers will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
That score that they just gave up there, that's a tough one for their defense to swallow because they've had a tough time through the first 2 quarters. They really were determined to get a stop there, unable to do so. That makes their comeback hopes that much more difficult.
An extra point try now for Moody. And the lead is now an even 30. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown catch from Drake London. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. Taken at the goal line. And good coverage there on special teams as they'll get him down shy of the 20. The Jets going to take over now late in this first half. Things for them, just to put it bluntly, man, it has been tough sledding here in the first half, facing that big deficit. The clock is dwindling now. Maybe if they can get something on the board here before intermission, they'll have at least a little momentum heading into the second half. Hooker now on second down. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Hooker now off play action. And that is incomplete, but a penalty flag coming in. This could be a first down. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. Then you got caught in between and created a foul.
And now this throw incomplete, and that is how this first half will come to an end. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Let's get you caught up on what's going on around the NFL. We'll get our tour started out at Venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. We saw some strong work from James Cook in that first half. He had a touchdown run that helped get his guys this halftime lead. The highlights from the first half, all one-sided. This one got out of hand early, and now you have to wonder how these teams will approach this second half, because this one's already close to being in the bag, if it's not already.
All right, Coach, thank you very much. As we welcome you back for quarter number 3. The Jets going to get the football first, and they trail as well as we get back underway in this second half. And they'll bring it out to the 25 as Agnew elects for the touchback. Here's the Jets offense now getting set to start off this third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. Oh, there's a nice move by Robinson. And he'll have a Jets first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now a bootleg with Hooker. DJ Moore. And finally brought down at the 38. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game, because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long, but a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Nick Bosa, Defensive Player of the Year, in on the tackle. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. They'll run with a former member of the Crimson Tide, Damian Harris. And a little bit of space there. Takes it inside the 5 to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Well, maybe he was going to be involved in that play from his tight end spot, and he jumped.
Yeah, don't tell me that those guys don't like to block. That's what we say about them nowadays in the NFL. But I think he thought he was one of the key pieces in that play and wanted to get out and execute the assignment very fast.
Another shot to at least get on the board here. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Hooker to throw it. And oh, it'll be intercepted. It's Kyler Duggar who picks it. And the Chargers are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
They were well aware of the scoreboard as they went into halftime, and they know how tough it's been to put up any kind of points. But if there's a positive after that play, is that they were able to take a shot at the end zone on their opening drive of this half. The negative, though, that shot at 6 ended in an interception, and we know that's not going to jumpstart this struggling offense.
So here are the Chargers to take over. They were winners a week ago over the Bears, and they lead things here as well as they start this drive with a 1st and 10. And he's going to be brought down back at his own 6-yard line. Draymond Jones, give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
And a gain of about 4 here moves this from the 6 up to the 10.
It's a gain of 4, and it's 3rd down.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A real letdown defensively. That was 3rd and a bundle, but they allow the conversion.
For a tight end, he's got good straight line speed, and on that route, he's often the guy that gets overlooked. Nice job there finding him in stride for really good yardage.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. From the 35, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Goff. Screen play set up for Williams. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first.
And when you have success throwing the football, the old cliche becomes true. The playbook opens up wide. And these screen passes, they become even more difficult to stop.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook. And a gain of 4 gets him right to the midfield stripe.
Face mask. Defense.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
So now factoring in the face mask, here's 1st and 10. Up the middle, it's Cook. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7.
And 7 yards to go.
Back to throw, Goff. Throw left side, complete. That's Cook. Pushes past him. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. James Cook, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Chargers extend their lead yet again. Boy, he has been fun to watch throwing the football in this one. It's certainly not fun for that defense, though, Charles. Now up to 4 touchdown passes in this ball game.
Yeah, we're supposed to be neutral, but I'm feeling their pain right now because he has absolutely carved up this secondary. A clinic on how to attack a defense and take them out of the game.
Moody good with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. So following the touchdown, here's Moody back out to send it away. And no return here for Agnew, so they'll bring it out, start the drive at the 25. The offense for the Jets, ready to take over. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
To throw on 2nd down, here's Hooker. This short throw caught by Goddard. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 1 now. Working out of the shotgun, Hooker. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Jets first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Hooker on 1st down. And he whips that one incomplete there.
I'm getting the sense that this offense is getting frustrated. Here we are into the 3rd quarter, and they've had plenty of opportunities to get in sync. Thus far, that hasn't happened. They're looking for answers both on the sidelines and in the huddle looking at each other.
And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the 1st down marker. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation. Now Hooker shakes off the sack. He'll buy some time right. And they're able to stop him short. On 3rd and 6, they'll only pick up 4. And a stoppage here. We're going to need to take a moment as a jet was shaken up on that one. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll come on for his 5th kick of the night. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. James Cook running back out now. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage running the ball will increase as this one goes on.
Well, they might need to devote some extra attention to him, something just to stop the momentum he has. Over the middle, complete. It's Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. To throw is Goff. And Cook has it left side. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Call it a gain of 12, but of course not a first down due to the previous penalty.
At the 28-yard line.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd down, 8 to go from the 28. They'll try the middle with Cook. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. The Chargers on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 8. Short throw to Smith. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down.
I'll tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we've both learned about quarterbacks in this league, they often stay on the field longer than you expect.
Now movement up front. I think they're going to get one of the Charger linemen.
False start. Offense.
The false start backs him up 5. 1st and 15. Cook up the gut. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
7th play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Goff. Short throw to Smith. And he'll get this up near midfield, but that's still a few yards shy of the first down. It'll go as a gain of 4. And that's going to make it 4th down. On is the Chargers punter now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Jet offense about to take over as they head out onto the field. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side of this one. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. But coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a first down.
It hasn't been the cleanest game for him, but there was a sign of improvement as he looks towards the next one. Nice bit of scrambling to move the sticks, and even more importantly, he didn't risk adding another interception to his ledger.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Hooker. That's out wide here for Robinson. Short completion, just 4 yards. And that will bring up 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Hooker's going to throw it. And he's got to hook up to Moore. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. His 5th catch tonight, and it's good for a 1st down. Now, 4th quarter, certainly not enough time for a comeback, but nice to see them making use of the time remaining to try and make this one a little more respectable.
Yeah, I think the ultimate goal, good execution, be crisp, be sharp, and find a way to get some points on the board to make this thing look just a little bit better.
Now a 2nd and 10. Hooker to the air yet again. Got it now. It's caught inside the 10. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a gain of 34.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. They'll run with Robinson. And that'll move it a little closer as he takes it from the 7 down to the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal from inside the 5. That whistle's come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. Things made a little more difficult after the false start as they try again on 2nd and goal. Again, it'll be Robinson. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. What a game this defense continues to play out.
Yeah, they've been aggressive from the first snap, and they've controlled this ball game. But right now, if you're on the other side of the ball, you got to match that aggressiveness. Nope.
And he's going to take it in for a Jets touchdown. Brendan Hooker, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Jets are finally on the board here in the 4th quarter.
And this is a balancing act for a head coach with a rookie quarterback. You got to walk a line with it. You don't want him getting happy feet, but you also don't want to rein in what worked for him in college. And here, he pulls it down, takes it himself, and takes it into the end zone.
Sirline connects on the extra point as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. L.A. set to take over again on offense. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game certainly not taking us there.
I hear the remote's clicking off right now. Pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. Nice job there to tackle, keep him to the short gain. Of course, he got some good news this week. He was named AFC Defensive Player of the Week from last week's effort.
And part of the reason he got that award, because of plays like that. Not every play is spectacular. Not every play is for a loss. Make the plays that are in front of you, keep it to short gains, and you pile up statistics.
On 3rd down, here's Williams. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for it in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
On is the Chargers punter now, standing just about on his own goal line. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. On the return, here's Agnew. And a 8-yard return there after a punt on 47. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. And the Jets set to take the field. Facing a big fourth quarter deficit here. Things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season. But in this one, well, their defense has really struggled. On 1st and 10, Hooker. And that going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. That's 2nd down. Throwing. Hooker. It's caught on the right side by Robinson. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. The Jets on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and 5. Pass taken in by his good tight end. And he is going to have the Jets 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because they should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Trying to throw again here, Hooker. And that is incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
3rd down, Hooker looks to throw it. That pass complete to Moore. And he's brought to the ground with another 1st down at the Chargers' 32-yard line. A nice pick up there, 10 yards, and it'll move the sticks. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Hooker. And this is incomplete. Very lucky to get that one back. That nearly picked. It's 2nd down now. Again, it's Hooker looking to throw. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Looking to throw, Hooker. And a dump off here to Robinson. And his bid for the 1st down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. Now following the completion, we're going to get a stoppage here for an injury. We'll get an update when we return to MetLife Stadium. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Zerline's kick is up and through. And they'll make a small dent in that big deficit as it's down to 27. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx it.
And it will come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's a Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And this one has gone pretty well to form. They've come in, had a little problem thus far, and now they'll try to polish things off in the 4th. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 for the 26. Back to the ground, this time Cook. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
There is 3rd and 5. They run with Cook. He's been busy tonight. And he won't get to the marker. He's a yard short. A pickup of 3 and leaves him with 4th and 1.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that 1st down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So this one's over. It's in the win column for the LA Chargers. And we talked so much about the turnover battle, determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They looked like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, let's be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Los Angeles, the win form is number 6 on the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets, the struggles intensify as they drop to 2-6 now on the year. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road. I'm Brandon Gott, and certainly have to thank Charles Davis, my broadcast partner, and our entire crew. We'll catch you next time right here. It's the NFL on EA Sports.